Hey up peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Git Tries Final Fantasy 14 part 295. I remembered to write it down this time. How are we all doing on this beautiful, what day is it today? Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice and bright there. Getting a bit chilly now though, isn't it? Not as cold as I was yesterday, but never mind. Right, we've got to go into Crystarium, haven't we? Welcome back. Proceed to the ocular. Let's go and have a look. Huh? Oh. I don't know what happens then.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity.
What's the worst that can happen?
Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream.
He's a bit on the small side, isn't he?
You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
It's going to take a while, isn't it? Explain it all.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Thank you.
I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done. Where to begin? Ah, the end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now.
Not a lot I can
But as
do.
I knew
Can't
him.
jump it.
Long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation. So consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me.
What is it?
Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place.
Ah.
A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the Convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes.
All right.
That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility.
So I'm going to travel back in time.
And a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course.
Oh, get on with it then.
You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
Yeah, there's a conundrum, isn't there?
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act.
What about coming back?
You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the Ocula. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiark is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream.
Oh, bye-bye, Elidibus.
Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back.
How's he going to get home? Albert, you're not going to ask him?
Well, Hydaelyn, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
Right, somewhere new. But if we can't interact with anything, it's going to be a bit boring, isn't it? Probably just a lot of travelling round, listening, making notes. I wonder if you can fast travel using aetheryte crystal things. Don't know. Well, I don't know what happened then. It just lost connection. Seems to work now. I could edit it out, but I can't be arsed. So you stuck with that little bit, just a few seconds. Sorry about that. Out of my control. Excuse me, COVID. Ah, seem as they really are. Move the mouse out of the way. Can I attune with the crystal? Excuse me. COVID. Not interested. It is possible to attune with it. Right. Does that mean I can come here anytime I want? You fail to attune. You can only assume it operates differently. Okay. A guide for this facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get his attention, but well, we can't. We've been told that. Conversing woman. Doesn't wear a mask. This is the right place, yes. Propylaeon. Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propylaeon. Duh. You attempt to gently prod the woman. Feel nothing. And there's one more somewhere else. What we're looking for. Got a couple of gadgets over here, but they're not them. Ah. A remarkably large man wearing a black robe. Would seem you have made it to your destination. No shit, Sherlock. You gesticulate wildly. Wrong matron. It can't beat a good bit of gesticulation. Ah, right. Examine the door. Oh, is this all we're going to be bloody doing? I hope not. That's it, so basically, how do you open it? Oh, surely you can just walk through it. If I'm not... if I'm like a ghost. Ethereal, is that the right word?
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
That
Who
sounds
you
like
are,
Elidibus.
perhaps.
But I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Oh, hello. Hello, pretty lady. Calm down, Albert.
Satisfied?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
I thought it was a woman.
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd.
What a cock up.
It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose he created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's his spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my
I'll be there,
accompanying
yeah.
him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded?
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Open them. Come on, Albert.
You may open your eyes.
Oh, I'm as tall as they are. That's Albert Buggood when he
Quite
gets back,
large,
innit?
don't you think?
The size befits its proportions, though I personally wouldn't be averse to smaller.
No, this will suffice, I'm sure. Without further ado then. Greetings! I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect. Sulking beside me is the most honourable Emmett Selk of the
It's
Convocation
Emmett
14.
Selk.
And how might we address you, my new friend?
Albert. I'm Albert.
A fine name.
It
And I'm
sure
pleased to
is.
see you understand our words. So tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here. You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I seek a man named Hermes. I want to learn about Elpis. Both, innit? I seek a man named Hermes. I want him to deliver a
Well,
parcel.
The same as us.
Do Hermes still do deliveries? I think so.
Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If he truly wished to be here, then he would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree?
Are they like hermaphrodites then? Well, no, because now they can't be, can they? Because
Besides,
we've had a woman.
having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm
No.
rather than the
Forget
exception.
what I said.
here.
Yeah, because there's a woman over there, so. You do have males and females.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
The world unsundered. Hey!
This presence.
Ah, now that's a female. When we go back and it disappears, can I actually say Elpis has left the building?
Visitors.
No.
We have
I will
visitors.
though. They remind me of those little creatures you get in down South America in Mexico, didn't it? Little aquatic creatures what have a smile. Can't remember what they call
What
now.
secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Oh, don't trust him, don't trust him. Kill him now, then you don't have to do it later. Oh, excuse me, I beg your pardon. What's her name? What's his name? Hythlodaeus. Think of an easier name for him in a bit. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. It feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness I shall start with the basics. Concepts to give shape to ether. Creating magic allows us to bring forth anything we desire. Anyone can conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. Fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you'll enjoy touring it with us. Complete. Just want to check on one thing. Can I get back in there? Right. Now. Try again. Now. I just wondered, now that I was whole, could I attune with it? But obviously not. Right. Hythlodaeus. What are we doing? I ain't thought of a name for him yet. Accept, and he's got a present for me. That's nice of him. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing, he also conducts his own research. He'll be at the main observation hub. Let's seek him out. I got the wrong gear on. Wants you to keep a low profile. Basic concept will do. No, I don't. In that case, Emmett. Yeah, alright. Emmett's going to make me some gear. Right, just get on with it. Did I get it? No, not yet. And what about ether? Ah, we've got ether currents. Where? Where was it again? Northwest. Over there somewhere. And we have baddies. Go away. These creatures should suffice. Etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 Petallidae. There are 3 species here. I believe any 2 different kinds could serve. I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your ether is still thin, you'll need to weaken the Petallidae first. Good luck. Right, so... key items. Set to hotbar. There we go. Remember to do it this time. We got... why are they all... we got anywhere there's no other baddies? What about this one? It won't let me use my rope. I was trying to use it. What about this one? Come on, got one. Right, gotta get one more. Got one over here. Right, deliver them back. Here you go. You've caught the petal. Yeah, them. There you go. These fine fellows will do nicely. Now a spot of reversion. There, it's ready. It's nothing fancy, but when you're trying to not stand out, try it on for size. Won't someone be angry with us? You turn living beings into clothing. Yeah, that'll do. Not just like that, you need to revert them back to their ether first. Can you do a pair of Levi's? 501s. Lest you wonder why I asked for two species, it's due to the difference in their etheric balance. Blending them allows us to produce garb with superior etheric stability. And good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at the very least it would spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Emmett was a bit of a dick even back then. Emmett speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. Best simply to say that you're a familiar. The question is whose? Azem's. If you say you belong to him, people will give you the benefit of the doubt. Exploiting our associate's absence. The lack of his presence, absolutely, were he here, he'd have been the first to propose the idea. You know it. Oh, come on. That's it. Let's continue with our errand. So we have got Sophist Robe, Podia and Upedema. Right. Do. If you're ready, let's continue along with to Anagnorisis. Observation hub. Pointers in the direction of Hermes. Speak with it. I'm going to keep my gear on, sod it. Actually, before I do, because I know what I didn't do. Oops, no. That's what I meant to do. Right. So we're ready, just in case I have to put them on, I can quickly get changed. Ether crystal. 341 to the west. Over that way somewhere. Can't see one. Oh, wonder. Oh, I've got to speak with her, is it? She's examining a bush. Saying nothing. Can I help you? Wish to speak with Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? By your mask, I assume you're one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us, something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. My lips are sealed. You'll be conducting observations as usual. Find him at one of the pools here. Many thanks and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Hythlodaeus. I've never met Hermes, you know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I could. As you know, emits, and I can discern the colour of souls. By the same token, we can also see ether quite keenly and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I feel that it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. This is much for your own enjoyment, like as not, but point taken. If you're going to come to us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. He has short dark hair. It's because we're Elpis that we don't have our cowls up, a special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Yeah, we know you wear them everywhere else. Okay, let's find out, man. Thank you. Is that a Triffid? Short dark hair, he said, didn't he? Can I attune to this one? While we're up here. Junkmonger and Mender. We've got a store, a shop. Aha. Purchase weapons. Oh, not very good, is it? Minus 11 for the bow. What we got? Hermes. Excuse me.
Ah, you are...
I'm Albert.
Oh. Different. You're different too. You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be... Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts.
I bet you don't.
May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
Ah, I see you found him.
Hythlodaeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You are of the convocation.
Emmet Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more
Come on,
agreeable
Albert,
topics,
find your
this
answers.
one we chance to... Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Weirdo.
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
An amystoma is missing.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb, with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The ambystomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
I'll help, too.
This is exciting, isn't it?
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmet Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
How are we doing? 10 minutes to go. Right. Search for Hermes. Said over by that tree, didn't he? Ah, here he is. Seems Hermes and Meechan have found their quarry, a creature known as an ambystoma. Yet though it's been safely extricated from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in a predicament. The ambystoma, Hermes saw it high up, he climbed up, but it jumped on him and he slipped. Do you need a hand? I'm fine, a little embarrassed. Stand back. Fair enough. That's what he said. Are you alright, Hermes? My apologies for making you worry. Both you and Albert are my familiar. An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, you must be more careful. Oh. You may be able to fly, it doesn't mean you cannot fall or hurt yourself. I've forgotten about its fellows. What a relief. I must thank Emmett Selch and Hythlodaeus when I return to them. First, with the distractions out of the way. As Chief Overseer, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. Right. What's Hermes got? Chest gear. Accept. Mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Anagnorisis. Yeah, I don't know. Is that what it's called? Stay away from these two. There they are. My apologies, owing to your kind assistance, all the ambystomas are safe and well. I'll send them back to their space if you'd go on ahead to the main building. Meeting area, we may speak there. I guess we're heading up there. man.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins. What? Will I have to remove you by force?
Bring it, pal. I have important things to say. There are reasons I cannot speak freely. Reasons I can't speak freely.
Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
I do not object to his attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe he can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniel has declared his intention to step down, and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Van Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Van Daniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
No, he goes on to somewhat worse than that, mate.
Of his own volition, yes. Like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place. That all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today.
Oh, what's got into Fandango and bloody Emmett and Lady Burson wanting to destroy
To
everything?
return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world.
Something must make them bitter and twisted. It's not Albert, is it, while he's here?
And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return, yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteion outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Right, is this where we can save it then? Yes. Well, let's just take Meteion outside first, shall we? Sorry, Albert, I didn't mean a walk. Perhaps we can go for a walk. Ah. There it is. Wrong door. Right, and that is where we'll save it. Right. Interesting, but boring. Sorry about that. Not a lot I can do, is there? See where it goes from here. Intrigued. I think that's the best way to put it. What the hell's going on? But anyway, till next time, peeps. I'll see you there.